Would love it.
That's such a good turn. What are you doing here? Oh my god, this is live, guys. Let's try to lock in here.
Throw up.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Oh my god, we are live from the Toyota Lounge, sure by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR.
Beat, son.
Okay, let's start adding that in there. Why not? We'll just get a bunch of noises. We got some great stuff for you today. We're going to talk about Jokic's three-point shooting. Sneaky on the decline, maybe? Not taking them a lot lately. We're also, there's new Jokic shooters dropped. I like them.
We just dropped.
I'm into them. And then, of course, our top story. The Denver Nuggets are hosting the Phoenix Suns for a Friday night takeover edition of the Nuggets season. I got Brennan Vogt in the house.
What's up, gang? God, there's just a different energy on the takeover nights. Might help that it's always the weekend, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
We do need to try out a Tuesday night takeover.
May not hit the same.
You don't think it'll hit?
Unless we make it the weekend.
Over here, I got D-Line Co.
Yeah, I bet we could make it the same. I mean, it's it's the Nuggets, and although I guess I'm thinking about it.
Maybe not.
I'm struggling right now. It is Friday.
Rounding out the show, last but also last, Superstar Dev.
Listen, Friday night takeover, ESPN,
Oh, that's the most important part.
and then it's Friday night.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's do this, man. Let's do this.
What
I'm
a
excited. I'm ready now.
I got the first game note for us. Tim Legler's on the call tonight, boys.
Okay.
He's actually on the call for
We're gonna
two
find
Nuggets
out.
games in a row, tonight and Sunday against Oklahoma
We're
City.
about to find out if he's a curse or not.
My best friend,
He
Tim
was in
Legler.
here today, no?
Yeah, literally today for the show. Also today for drinking hours that rolled into today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good
Great
stuff.
time.
Started
Legs-
yesterday.
Legs is
ended
the
up
best,
today.
man.
I bet that's a fun time.
Yeah, he's a great time.
I was going to go. Someone said they were going to watch Severance with me and fell asleep, but that's fine. All right, here we go.
Sevens?
Severance.
Oh, Severance.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. You
Yeah.
guys want the injury report?
I feel like everyone that watches that show hates their job.
Yeah. Also, feel like you could
I don't.
watch that at a different time. Like, I feel like you could pick that back up.
That's true because it's on demand.
I thought so too. Particularly
Actually-
upset when she fell asleep about it.
Actually, I'm gonna give a shout out. Probably not even watching. My girl Emily, waitress at one of my favorite restaurants in Lafayette. She and her boyfriend watched the show. She was telling me she missed the game because she had a shift the other day. But her boyfriend, very good boyfriend, waited till she got home to watch the Winners Lounge. I love that
that's
idea.
sweet.
I love the concept that a couple we wait. Don't start the show till everybody's there.
Nice.
That'd
I
be
love
rough.
it.
They're like, hey, Eric did it again, man. Eric did it. You wait till
Came
you get
with
to
it.
this part.
Came with it.
Did you listen to the air horns without me? Okay.
You getting up to go to the bathroom? Here, I'll pause it. I love it.
Well, let's get into the injury report. Usually the first game note. Tonight's the second game note. Thank you, Adam, for starting us off. How about the hooked on Phoenix Suns? Oh, it's the Phoenix Suns, excuse me. Monte Morris is out. Injury management, low back injury. Cody Martin is out, dealing with a sports hernia. Bradley Beal still listed as questionable on the official injury report. I have seen from Suns media, Dwayne Rankin, that he is in tonight. That seemed to be a shoot-around update. I'm going to assume Brad Beal is in. I will clarify, it does say questionable on the report. On the Nuggets side of things, no updates yet. Zeke Naji still probable with that left ankle sprain. Jokic and Gordon are questionable. Left ankle inflammation for Jokic, left ankle sprain for Gordon. I would assume that they are both game time decisions here. We'll go through their routine as they did in the last game.
Yoke wouldn't miss the takeover though, would he, D-Line? He knows it's the takeover.
Well, I mean,
we tweeted it out.
Well, we know he knows it's the
Yeah,
takeover.
yeah.
It's just like,
It's about the caring part.
I mean, like, you're right. He's not going to miss this.
Yeah, he's not
It's the
missing this.
takeover.
It's a
night.
takeover.
Doesn't even make sense.
The Phoenix Suns, fellas, have not played since Tuesday when they completed a very big comeback against the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know if you guys saw. That game started with Kevin Durant not really feeling the sideline coaching from Mike Budenholzer. And how did it wrap up? With Kevin Durant passing the ball to fourth quarter hero, old friend Colin Gillespie.
Steady
guys.
Gillespie?
Steady Gillespie, sweaty Gillespie. 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Dude.
The big three and the big actual 3-point shot to fall. And the Phoenix Suns went on to actually win that game against the Clippers.
Is it possible tonight's game comes down to Pickett versus Gillespie?
Yes.
Yes. I actually am so in for
Dude, they're
that,
like
man.
in on Gillespie, which I love because I thought
He was a good dude, man.
he is a
player.
good dude and he can shoot. And he did not really get much of a shot.
Standings wise, it was absolutely a huge win for Phoenix, assuming they still care. They are in 11th place out in the West. They are 2.5 games behind the just downtrodden and cursed, frankly, Dallas Mavericks. So a big win for Phoenix. Are they going to build off of it here in
The
Denver?
basketball gods are killing off Omax Prosper now. Like they're
You
getting
can't have
petty.
anything. You
They're
can't
getting
have
petty at this
anything,
point.
bro.
They're just like making up guys to injure. That's insane.
You want to know an irony I was thinking about today that nobody has discussed? Do you guys remember who the scapegoat was in in Phoenix? Who was the guy that was ruining it for him? We got to get rid of him.
Yusuf Nurkic.
No, well, Nurkic, but even
which
before
time?
that, it was
Which time?
DeAndre Ayton,
Right.
which they were like,
Yes.
man, this guy's just not a winner.
Soon
We
as
got
they-
KD,
yes,
we
I
got
know.
Booker, we
They
got to
may have
get
been right about
Ayton
that.
instead of Portland. Portland's only a game and a half behind Phoenix now. What if Portland and DeAndre Ayton made the play in this year and not the
I mean,
Suns?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but it would
But
be
it
funny.
would be fun.
It would be
It
funny.
actually shows like you guys were all wrong. I
Yeah.
think that it's about who's right and who's
Yeah.
wrong, and that would be something that's because it does come down to scapegoating. They're going through their big man
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons that things are not working in Phoenix, and it's just not only their.
You know,
big
I
man.
bet that they wish that they had DeAndre Ayton.
Well, you know what it is? It's you were saying they're not wrong. It's like they thought DeAndre Ayton sucked, and that's why they were losing. It is no, he sucks, but you were losing for other reasons beyond
Right.
that.
Yeah, they were right about him too.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, so the real question I think is this a motivated Phoenix squad? Still time to get into that plan? Or is this a Phoenix squad that will see a 15-3 run and start pointing fingers? I mean, the reason I bring it up that way is that my hope is that Denver will not allow hope, right? Just extinguish it with a strong first quarter. Don't let these guys feel themselves, because that was a little injection of energy in that last win. Admittedly, been a couple days, not easy to come to Denver, so don't let it be easy. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, man.
I know what you mean.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean. I'm
pretty
curious.
straightforward,
Obviously, we pre-record these on Takeover Night, and the starting lineup has probably already been dropped. But that's another question I just have: is that starting lineup has gotten off to 2 bad starts in a row?
Yeah.
I am curious if they try to mix it up. But to be honest with you, they start Bol. They being the Phoenix Suns, like. I don't know that this is another night where it almost feels like it's a rest night just by virtue of they don't have a traditional power forward out there.
I also feel like they kind of figured out that lineup a little bit as the game went on. Russell Westbrook sort of found his way through it and was finding ways to score when he wasn't just posting up and waiting for the 3-point shot. And he was just a little bit more decisive. I think that that's like a pretty big part of that unit, is finding out how to actually effectively use all of the members together, which they hadn't early. So some part of me like wants them to like the Michael. What would the guy say? Call him slow mo, Michael Malone. Slow mo to make like it. At this stage in the year, I actually appreciate that he's slow mo in that way, that he allows things to sort of play out before he pulls the plug on it. I don't know, but I don't know what we do with the starting unit, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know either. And like you said, AG might be back, so we don't know.
You would probably know by now. We don't.
Yeah, tell
I know
us.
that's really
Put it in
helpful
the
for you.
comments.
I assume that he plays though.
Aaron Gordon?
Yeah, I mean, we're ramping up to the end of the season. They don't have a lot of time with Aaron Gordon playing. Like that starting unit. It just feels like it hasn't been much time, or like the cohesion is there. So you need to start ramping that up, getting that together. And while he has not been starting, I think that they've been trying to tinker and find ways to make Russell Westbrook work with this, squad, and try to find ways, whether it be spacing or a different way of playing, to try to get some type of success there. So, one, I hope that the Phoenix Suns, like every other team, employs the smaller guy on him, on Jokic, and then try to get the spacing and things there. I
Maybe a
think
little
Phoenix
too small.
is set up a little bit differently than other teams, but I do hope that they get more of that, because I want to see how Aaron Gordon adjusts, putting him in that dunker spot, as well as Westbrook.
It's interesting, right? Because I know that free flowing Denver offense can run Phoenix out of the water. I
Yeah.
almost hope Phoenix gives them a more disciplined defensive effort so we can keep seeing that data and how they handle it.
The thing is I also don't think Phoenix can play that defense.
Yeah,
to do that, you have to be a team that can execute, and they can't. I also think if Mike Budenholzer had shoot around this morning, which I don't think they did, but if he did, and he's like, "Here's what we're doing tonight," I think the guys would be like, "Dude, shut up."
Yeah, but they also have like Bobo. They don't have the bodies for that.
Yeah.
Max.
If Bobo gets away with murder on Yoke tonight, I'm gonna riot.
But I'm just saying he's the same size as it. It's not like you could put him down
Right,
there as like Dieter and what goes there. I just don't think that they have the bodies for it. But I think that they would like to employ some type of defensive lineup against anybody.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Also interesting, and maybe perhaps a little bit curious, is the fact that over the last 6 games, Nikola Jokic has made just 3 3-pointers. Just 3. You guys
Who
remember?
has made 3 3-pointers in the last? Who's made threes in the last 6 games?
That's a good
Jamal?
point.
Really? Yeah.
That's a good point. But Jokic, if over his last few games, 0 of 1. Remember he was 6 of 14 against Charlotte coming out of the break? 6 of 14, and then 0 of 1, 0 of 1, 1 of 2, 0 of 3, 2 of 3, 0 of 2. He has not taken more than 3.
Yeah.
And he was taking over, 4 a game, 4.5 a game. And all of a sudden, he stopped shooting them and stopped making them. What do you make of this?
I don't think that it's the stop shooting them. Like, I really do think that how these teams are not the Pelicans and Portland and those type of, how they're playing him is a lot like we're going to get ready for the playoffs in case we have to play them or if we have to play, a guy like him. So those other teams wasn't, using the bracket defense against him. They were allowing him to be like on the perimeter and spacing. Right now, they can't put him on that because the double team comes high. It just takes him away from the game. So like right now, I think that he's like, okay, I'm just going to go to the high post and then try to operate from there. So I think it's what the defense is giving him. They're like, we're going to make anybody else shoot besides Jokic because we've seen those games when he shot 10 and 12, and he's able to just dissect our defense in that way. So I really do think it's how the defenses are playing them because they're playing a lot better teams.
And maybe if it was an elimination game and it's not working, he pops out and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna force the 3." We did kind of see that against the Wolves. Sorry to bring it up, but I'm with you, Dev. That like maybe it's part of it now is, look, I could force 3s through this for the rest of the season, but is that what we're trying to do here? Or do we want to figure out how we are doing this?
See, and I look at it and I'm like, what are they doing here? What are they doing here? I don't see them running a lot of pick and roll. I don't see them going to a lot of the things that are kind of been their bread and butter. And it makes me wonder, are they just being forced into it or are they not playing a certain way intentionally? Are they holding back cards? I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not, because I think they need to win some of these
Probably wanted to
games,
win a couple
yeah.
of those games. Pretty embarrassing outcomes.
Well, here's another detail for you guys. I'm going to go month by month starting in October and give you Jokic's 3-point percentage. 55% in October.
Pretty good.
52.6.
Also good.
45.2. 44. 33. It's kind of dropped every single month steadily. Like he was really started hot, but it's on the decline. So, obviously Yoke's overall number is really good. But that at least means something.
Yeah, I also think, it's not only the 3-point shooting. I do think that it's a part of it, but how the defense have been playing. He hasn't been scoring a bunch.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Period.
shooting, he's not scoring as much because he's trying to read and he's trying to react. And I think that the Nuggets are trying to feed off of that about how do we operate when he's like being guarded like this. And it's led to a lot of frustrating shots from guys, but it's also the shots that they kind of have to take. Like you have to have Russell Westbrook or Christian Brown just taking threes if they're just giving it to him the entire time. I know that, you want them to step in and do it, but the spacing is going to be off at times if you do it in those ways. So I do think that the 3-point shot is down, but also his need and feel for scoring is down right now as he tries to figure out how defenses are playing them right now.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier. The way that Jokic they've been defending Jokic should be the easiest thing on earth to break. Like you're like, all right, the entire team is on me. Let me pass it to one of my teammates and they'll just make the shot. But the Nuggets are not helping him out. They're not making the shot. They haven't been. I just feel like we just need to get Mike going. We need to get Jamal going.
Mike would change a lot right now.
Aaron Gordon, like it changes the entire dynamic where you're like, all right, well, that was a bad move. Like Michael Porter Jr. just hit 3 threes in a row. Like, I guess we have to actually put Jared Vanderbilt on him for a minute or something. Like, it's just been like a very frustrating 3-4 games. And yeah, there's like a lot of things you look at, you're like, that doesn't even look like the Nuggets. Like, what are they doing?
The linear drop off in the shooting percentage, that is linear, is concerning, of course. Part of it is that he started at 55.
Yeah, started so high.
That's going to be a pretty hard one to. But the linear fashion is, all that said, I still feel right now the most confident I felt in 4 or 5 years that big consequential shot time, Jokic is open from 3. I like the look.
Yeah.
I still feel that way.
Some other breaking news with Nikola Jokic. He obviously had the new shoe drop earlier this year, 361 Joker ones. He's got new slides out.
Bro, they are not messing around.
They're not messing around, and I love it.
We didn't even talk about, there was one from Team Joker.
Yeah, there's Team Jokers. Yep, Jake Jordans and Team Jordans. We got a Team Jokers.
Well, I was like, me as a semi-collector of sorts when it comes to his shoes only, I'm like, I don't even know which are the ones now. There's like, which are these shoes?
Well,
you're like, oh man, you had those?
Well, usually team, isn't that, the idea was that a team would get those ones. So usually they're a cheaper shoe, like a step down shoe.
Yeah, those are like Greeley, Thornton,
man,
Westminster, Colorado.
Man, what is he talking about?
The teams are that. You know what I mean? And then there's the retro. There's the number.
Yeah,
the ones are the real ones.
That's the ones.
Right.
And it, like, yeah, the other ones, they still cost a lot, but they're just on specific types. You know what I mean?
I don't even know. I don't know what you
up.
mean, if I'm being honest.
But it happens.
But yeah, I want Dev's got to break these down. The Dev's the true.
Do you feel like these shoes are not for you?
The slides?
Yeah.
For me, no.
The slides are more for you than the tennis shoes.
I think these are fire, man.
Bring them up.
Extremely for
Dev
me.
can pull these off.
The tennis
Absolutely.
shoes you're not actually playing basketball in. They're basketball shoes.
Yeah.
The slides are for anybody. Like, you could give those to your grandpa. You know what I mean? Like, you can
I think
give these out.
I think that maybe is the problem.
No, I think you could give them to anybody.
I would wear those
It's
any
really
day.
neat. Like,
They actually are fired.
they're really fired. And they're set up. They're kind of set up like the Tesla truck. They're just like the Cybertruck.
It's a Cybertruck. They're called the
They
Cybers.
just look pretty cool. How they're set, especially those ones on the right with the marble. They're also affordable, but they also show like that we're willing to open up different types of shoes. Like if you have them in different styles, it's not only tennis shoe. It's not only fashion shoe. You get flip flops as well.
Yeah,
or
you get
slides.
deeply non-fashionable shoes too.
You don't like these?
No, I mean, I love them. They're great. I just can't wait to it. The big piece of foam. It's incredible.
Honestly, I love them. And then also, people have their own signature shoe. A lot of people don't have their signature like
Slides, man.
as well. Like, it's opening up a new part of like, let's relax. And then you could just wear them pregame, like if you're walking to the courts. And I hope that all the Nuggets get them. I think
Every
it's just,
second
like,
I'm not
something
working,
cool.
I wear slides. Every
Exactly.
second I'm not working of my life.
Yeah, we've seen the
The
Subus.
Subus, yeah, we know the
Yeah,
Subus.
yeah.
We know.
Them ones.
So this is why we had to have Dev break this down, because Dev is a person that actually uses recovery slides after playing basketball, and that's a whole part of the culture that I'm just not tapped into.
Yeah,
to me, I see Crocs, and I'm like, whatever. Like
They're cool looking
They're
Crocs, though.
elevated Crocs, though. Crocs is the lowest form
Yeah.
of that.
Oh, they're elevated. I didn't realize
They
were
are
elevated.
though. Like Crocs are like a little
Oh,
more.
to me they
Toys
look like
R Us.
to me they look like moon boots without the top part. But I didn't realize
by
they were
design.
elevated Crocs. Oh, by design, I see.
Yeah, but do you also even own a pair of slides?
No,
I
no,
think
that's exactly
slides
right.
is not for just only fashion. It's like, I'm going to calm down. I'm going to walk around
Yeah,
the house.
that's right. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Dev is the one to comment on these. And
Yeah,
he,
but I'm saying
he
you're
likes them.
hating on them. But I could imagine you have your tennis shoes
too.
tied up in the house, in the kitchen.
So we
You
should.
should not wear your house shoes. Like, those should be house shoes. The slides.
But like, if they're just house shoes, then you know what? Should I bring like Jokic should have socks with little cat paws on the bottom for grip and walk around the house?
People wear those around
He's
the house
not
as
it on a
well.
thing. It just gets
People would wear those around the house.
I'm honestly
and
shocked,
every
though.
one has to be out.
I'm shocked.
Here's what I like about it, because again, I don't wear slides either, but I do think that these ones look really cool. I think they look good relative to other slides. But what I love more about it is that 361, you said it off the top.
That's what I care about.
They are really investing in Yoke, man. We've seen these types of deals before from these like off-brand shoes or foreign shoe companies, and it's almost like a half measure. 361,
They're in.
for whatever reason, has identified Nikola Jokic and said, we're going all in on this guy the way
Probably 'cause
Under
of
Armour
how
did
good he
with
is.
Steph. And I'm like, this is cool, man. I actually love that they're investing all their products and trying to give them something cool of all of them and that they look good.
But the phrase there, you say for some reason.
Well,
He's the greatest player on planet Earth. Why would Nike or anybody go after this? Insane. Like, I'm so happy that 361 recognizes what and how valuable, who Nikola Jokic is, how valuable he is, how much it makes sense to put time, effort, marketing, to not just give him shoes, but like start to get a little bit of mythology woven in. It's like, yes, dude, like this is all part of the face of the league conversation. This is all marketing stuff. They get it in Asia. Apparently, well, hopefully, I don't know if these tariffs are going to affect these shoes. We'll see if your slides are going to be 25% more. We'll find out.
They stopped the tariffs in certain places.
Okay, well, good. But anyway, I love it. And for that reason, I'll definitely buy some slides. I'll put them right up here on this table.
Also, with the slides, you know, when a person comes out with their own shoe or signature shoe, they want to add something that makes it theirs.
Yeah.
Or something that like means a lot to them specifically. Gail, could you pull it back up? What does it say on the shoe?
Winning is a lifestyle.
Winning is a lifestyle. That goes a long way as well. Like that's what he wants to be known as and for, is a winner. Winning is a lifestyle. It's something that you just brand. It's not just like, why so serious anymore? Or like those like goofy type of
no,
things.
that's the mythology he's talking about. Is it's not low. It's like, no, he is associated with winning. Winning is a lifestyle. Joker winning, and that's what's cool about it. They're not, because I know that, you know, you always get the Squidwards and the different things, but I like that there's like, no, Joker's the winner. Yep. Mamba mentality, Jokic style. Shout out 361, man. Who knew this is what we needed in our life?
It's also a great.
I wish they sold my size.
It's
though.
a great,
Or if they're available locally. Or
it's a great Jokic quote that nationally falls through the cracks.
Yeah.
We knew it when we heard it.
Yeah.
We loved that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But like that didn't run on ESPN. So this is such a good, for the shoe company that does get Jokic, this is such a good little niche quote to just put on the shoe.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I want 361
I know,
to. I want this to work so well.
I know.
'Cause the other day, Amin Al Hassan, and I love Amin Al Hassan. I love him on Basketball Illuminati. I love that podcast. But he was cracking a joke because they were talking face of the league, and they go, "Yoke doesn't even have a shoe. Does he have one? I've never heard of it." And I want to be like, because I know it's 361 and it's not on the main stage. They're making cool shit, and I hope it blows up, and I hope it's enormous, and I hope Nike looks around in 3 years and is like, "Damn, we really dropped the ball." 361's the new Nike.
Send Eric some slides.
Now, just if their shoes were available, that would make them. That would
like
help
if you could say buy them or see them commercially.
Yeah.
Put some slides on my feet.
Yeah, I think they're cool, man. Shout out 361, my new favorite shoe company. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365.
So easy.
Download the Bet365 app and use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, speaking of winning being a lifestyle, I really could use some wins tonight. Losing has been a lifestyle for me lately.
I hear that. Let's turn that around.
wanna
Let's
put
change
it
those
into
things right now.
Let's just change our lifestyle.
The Nuggets come into this game as 6.5 point favorites. And this is a scary line. This is a scary game.
Because it's
I
so
truly
early,
do
this
feel
line could move. Although it did move. It's 7.
7. See, that's. I guess Aaron Gordon's back for sure. Then maybe
I don't know.
what that goes with. But my thing is that the Suns, they are bad. They are bad. But the Nuggets don't play up to those type of teams. You know, sometimes. So if the Suns go off on a run, that really can rattle. You do not want to have another dogfight with a team that is not close to you. The Kings were bad. It was really a dogfight. I don't love that. Denver needs to take care of business in this game. I'm not going to go with the 6.5. I would go money line if I had to do anything. But let's take away. Let's take away from that. The over under is at 239.
It's a
I'm
lot
going to
of
go
points.
over 239 in this one.
Shootout at the OK
It's a
Corral.
shootout. It's a lot of scoring in this game. It's an ESPN game. We've been seeing a lot of blowouts on the nationally televised games, and also
In the NBA in general.
yeah, it's a lot of blowouts this year. We haven't seen a lot of defense, and I think that this is two teams that want to show that they're they're able to like score. They're able to play well in a national spot. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. I go over 239. On the Suns side, let's start with Devin Booker. His line is only 24.5 points, like 24.5. He could easily get 40 in a game. Like, he is a gunner. He's a scorer. He's a shooter. And he knows that, like, this matters for him. You want to make the playoffs. Even if it's a play-in team, you're going to have to try to get something going right now. As we know, the Mavs, they're going down. They also are so low down there that it's very bad competition. I just think he'll score in this game. 24.5 is too low. I also like Kevin Durant over 9.5 rebounds plus assists.
Is this a third bet on the Suns? Okay, all right. I'm in.
I don't know. I haven't been listening.
Okay.
Lately.
We always do too.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen this segment before?
I've seen it. That's why I was surprised. I thought I heard a third one.
Get
All
him,
right.
Dev.
On the Nuggets side of things, let's start where we always start, even though it's scary. Over 2.5 3-pointers for Michael Porter Jr.
Dude, you're gonna write this? I thought we said we
Listen.
don't write it.
Listen, this is not in my.
What are we doing?
This is not my top bets, but also
But you're feeling it.
I'm feeling it, and also this is. He needs it. He truly needs it, and the Nuggets need it, and we all need it. And he's getting the shots up. We just need to see them start falling.
That's true. He's getting them up.
Got to see them start falling. I'm gonna go over 2.5 3-pointers.
I'm so tempted to take this bet, but I just know my own rules.
It's gonna happen. It's
I
gonna
put
happen.
restrictions on myself. Are you taking it?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't
You
know.
guys want a silly Mike stat? Over his last 10 games, he's shooting 42% from three.
Yeah, he was on fire.
It's pretty
early.
lopsided, I
It's
know.
fun. But just look at it. Another bet that I do like, and one that has hit every time as
Every
of late.
time?
Michael Porter Jr. over 6.5 rebounds.
He'd be doing
5.5
this.
rebounds. Sorry. He's going to get the rebounds. He's been getting like 9 and 10 rebounds.
Because
each
he's
time.
not yeah, all right.
He ain't making shots, but he's rebounding. And also, if he makes some shots, I think he still works hard. This
Okay.
is one that's just going to. I think this is almost lock worthy. Like, you could push this up if you want to, but the rebounds are going to be there. I like Christian Brown to score in this game. It's a high scoring game. He gets out on the break. The Suns are not going to try to put themselves in front of him.
Not a
and
juggernaut.
he knows that.
Defensively.
Over 16.5 points. They also don't have an interior defender. That bodes well for Christian Brown. I
Mason
think he
Plumlee
scores,
slander.
in this one. I'm going to go with the Russell Westbrook bet.
Accepted, by
With
the way.
Strother out, I think they're going to continue to try to find some momentum. I expect Aaron Gordon to be back, although we don't know yet in this game. So I do think they try to work him in, but it's going to be Westbrook that takes those minutes as well as the Strother minutes because they need him off ball. They need him on ball. They just need him to fill up the stat sheet. Over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Westbrook, where he just gets a little bit of everything, but he's scoring right now.
Okay.
That's what makes this a little bit easier.
I like it.
I like Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. He's been getting these like very easily too. I feel like he only had like 2 assists in the first half last
know.
game and finished with like 8.
Yep.
Like it just comes easy because of how the defenses are playing against the Nuggets. He also has the ball so much. So 5.5 assists just is so easy. Our defensive bet, I'm going to go with Christian Brown over 1.5 stocks. And for our lock, right back to the well that has not been hitting, Jokic triple-double.
I feel this one tonight.
Dude, he has to get it.
I'm feeling
It's
this
just
one
been a
tonight.
long time coming, and we know he's due. We haven't had a monster Jokic game in a while. It's like there's the rebounds or there's the assists, but not like all of it at one time. I think that he puts it all together in this game. A triple-double. It's time to take the career.
And I'm telling you, I don't think the Suns can implement this strategy, the Jokic rules. I just don't think that they're a team that can implement it. So back to regular scheduled programming, I think Jokic gets a triple-double. It's minus 140. So they've moved that line to where they think it's going to happen too. But you know what? I still doubled my bet for
And I
this
had
lock.
it at 115, so like they're
got
pushing
it.
towards it.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like these bets. Do you have anything you want to throw out? You were
Well,
kind of
I'm-
wincing and...
I mean, I just suddenly the air smelled like Fruit Loops. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But
Like an
craziest
artificially
thing.
flavored whatever.
yeah, whatever. It's just some fat clouds were being blown. Anyway, I have put together what I'm calling a might miss parlay. Here's Eric's might miss parlay. I like what Dev had to say about Christian Brown. I see them pushing the pace a lot tonight and running these Suns out of the building. I'm taking his points. I'm taking Nikola Jokic to get over 12.5 rebounds. I feel like rebounding is
Yeah.
going to be something he absolutely. I mean, they don't have a center really that you can.
They got the Jokic stopper.
Yeah,
Mike
that's right.
Richards.
That's right. And Jamal Murray to make 3 threes.
I like that. He's been
Minimum
shooting them.
3 minimum threes. All 3 of those together in the might miss parlay. 425. You can boost that by 30%. Pretty sweet. Unless it misses.
Unless it misses.
In which case the return is 0.
Okay, I'll go to super chats there. Cedric Exquisite says no,
No,
Dev,
guy,
no
no.
Eric, no Adam. You think we could bring back Torrey Craig? It's just a random question, like so random. I don't.
He
Really
says,
good one.
yeah.
Like,
It says,
That's a really
like,
good one.
Here's another one. Here's the one that says, no win. Question for you. Do you think Nuggets win championship next year?
Everybody, thanks so much
Shout
for
out
tuning in. Shout them out. Everybody hit that like button. Take over time. We'll see you on the other side.
Oh, let's go.
We all silly like the mayor.